This segment of Cincinnati Refined is sponsored by Puroast Coffee. Our parent entity, Sinclair Television Group, has a financial interest in Puroast Coffee.
Well, many of us love to start our day with a good cup of coffee, but you guys and myself may not be realizing many of the coffees we're drinking are not the healthiest. Well, lucky for all of us, I have an amazing alternative solution for you guys. I'm so excited to learn more about Puroast coffee, and that's why I'm joined by Carrie Sachs. Thanks for being with us today.
Great to be here, and a lot to talk about today.
So much to talk about.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I was just asking you, I didn't even know coffee is acidic. I feel like many of us don't. So walk us through that and how Puroast is an amazing alternative.
Well, let's start off, what is good about coffee? A ton of people drink it. It's one of the most consumed beverages in the world.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of good things about coffee. I mean, everybody knows about flavor, aroma, I mean, for sure the caffeine, right?
Right.
So those are huge attractions to coffee, but there's one big bad thing that comes along that very few talk about, which is the acid.
Right.
And coffee does have a lot of acid in it. So that's where Puroast comes in. Now, the good parts of coffee, I mean, there are a lot of health agencies and people like Harvard Medical School, the Mayo Clinic, they talk about the benefits of coffee. They also talk about the negatives of acid. WebMD actually lists coffee as one of the leading causes of heartburn in the country.
Wow.
And it turns out that more Americans get acid from coffee than any other thing that they consume.
Wow.
And that's because coffee is both highly acidic and people drink a lot of coffee, so it's an outcome. So you asked about Puroast, what is it about us, or how does the acid come out? Well, what happens is acid, coffee doesn't start out as acid. The raw coffee bean is really not acidic, like say tomatoes or citric products. Acid is created during roasting. And in fact, roasted coffee has 10 times more acid than the green coffee that it starts from.
Okay.
What Puroast figured out how to do, what we invented, was a way of preventing most of that acid from forming. And that's really what we're about.
Yeah.
So the beauty of that is that we're doing it through roasting, so it's all natural, right? So it preserves flavor. It's the same kind of aroma, all the caffeine, which is really important, but it's just really reduced in acid. So
I mean, I see on the back, 70% less acid.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
70% less acid. It's 100% pure coffee.
Wow. And it still tastes good. Let's talk about the taste, because that's important.
Yeah, so the flavor has to do with, roasting is what changes coffee from nothing into something really magical. And Puroast is flavor is up there with the best. We did a prior interview here with one of your colleagues, Caitlin, and she did a live tasting of the coffee during the interview and was just blown away.
She loved it. I know, I'll have
by
to
the
try
flavor.
it.
And a ton of people are drinking the coffee around here. So anyway, that's the kind of story behind the acid. So the next part of our story, and this is really part of the news, there's a bunch of news going on right now about us, is we just received a patent on the process itself.
Wow.
And that's important because before Puroast, there was really two ways that you could reduce acid in coffee. One is you throw in chemicals, right? Like sodium bicarbonate or potassium. And you can imagine what that does to flavor.
Absolutely, right.
The other way was to substitute it with like roasted wheat or barley. And those were long-standing ways of reducing acid until Puroast. So we come along now with a real bona fide process that we talked about, preserves all the good things in coffee, except it eliminates the acid. And now with a patent, it gives that added assurance to the consumer that, hey, this is the real deal, right?
Absolutely.
There's a real coffee behind it.
Yeah. So there's no questions about it. But where can people find this if they're hearing this and they're so interested?
Well, let me talk about one other thing that's happened. Now this is, in fact, Sinclair. We were on an interview of the national news broadcast because in all of this experience, unfortunately, there's one more way to bring low acid coffee in a market, and that's by lying about it.
Right.
And so there's fraudulent product out there that's just putting low acid on a bag. The best way particularly the viewers here,
Yeah.
okay, in Cincinnati, is go to your Kroger stores. This is our
Okay.
best-selling product. It's sold throughout Kroger stores. We have a great relationship with Kroger. It goes way back. Kroger prides themselves in selling products that are factual. They test them. They make sure that they're really what they say they are. Exactly.
Thank you for that, Kerry. Like he said, you can get it at Kroger or just go to their website, puroast.com.
This segment of Cincinnati Refined is sponsored by Everything Cincy.
Everything Cincy is your go-to for all things local, where to eat, shop, play, and explore across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. We've built a community that celebrates local businesses and connects people to the best our city has to offer. And now, with the Everything Local membership, you'll get exclusive discounts, VIP perks, and insider access to events and experiences all around the region. So join the community, support local, become a member today at everythingcincy.com.
Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Cincinnati Refined. Make sure you tune in next Saturday evening at 7:30 to see more incredible guests who are all about helping you refine your life. I'm Chloe Markley, and from Caitlin Lanehart, Abby Cummins, and the rest of the amazing Cincinnati Refined crew, see you next week.